are coming forward. A lot more people are able to know, like especially individuals. A lot of businesses are aware of Amnesty, but you find that individuals in mashinani, some of them are not aware of what is this Amnesty. So when we are going to them directly and talking to them, so when more and more people are understanding, they are going in, filing their returns, even for past periods that they hadn't filed. Your Mama Mboga is finding out, oh, I have a PIN that I had because I needed to open a bank account. Then they are going and filing their returns. So that is really helping, because also on the ground we are also helping people file their returns. We are not just telling them we have Amnesty, we are helping them file their returns. So that is also helping them, and we are looking at, even for periods now like 2024, we are supposed to file by June. For the period of 2024 income tax, we are supposed to file by June for individuals. So we are also helping them file, because in 2024 we don't have Amnesty for periods of 2024. That then means people are able to benefit, so that they won't have penalties, interest and fines later because they didn't file, they didn't know. So the uptake is quite good. And we expect the numbers in terms of how much we are waiving and how much we are collecting to go up.
Indeed. There's a question here. Someone is asking, can you apply for VAT using your personal PIN, or does it have to be through a business PIN?
When it comes to value-added
tax using your personal PIN, or does it have to be through a business PIN?
So VAT is really determined by how much a business is making. So it could be a partnership which uses your PINs but has also the company PIN. It could also be the business itself. So you're able to add VAT even to your personal PIN.
So VAT can be added to your personal PIN. Oh, okay. Now there's this. You know, when it comes to filing returns, mostly when it comes to filing returns, people who think it's only the employed that are supposed to file returns. But does filing returns apply to every Kenyan?
As long as you have a PIN, you're supposed to file your returns. So let me explain maybe a bit.
Yes.
To open something like a bank account, to apply for like a help loan, to be able to start a business, then you need to have a PIN. What happens then, but right now we have introduced a PIN without obligations, especially for students and diplomats. The students that are in school, that they just got a PIN for help, to apply for help. So for those ones, they are not, their PINs don't come with obligations, so that then they are not hustling later to find out they need to file returns. However, as long as you have a PIN and you have an obligation, as part of, if you look at the part of the obligations of a taxpayer with a PIN, they're supposed to file their returns. So you look at the obligation you have, whether it's like, let's say you have payee, if it's a business, you have payee, then you're supposed to file monthly. VAT, excise duty, those ones are supposed to be filed monthly. Then for this other side of income tax company, then those ones are yearly. So yes, if you have a PIN, you're supposed to file your returns.
You know, we're talking about tax amnesty and filing of returns, but then again, post this amnesty, what enforcement actions do you plan on undertaking to ensure that there's continued compliance? Isikueti, once the amnesty is over, we filed returns, now that's that.
Also, how to
ensure that there's continued compliance post this amnesty.
So first of all, if you look at it, we have put it in such a way that actually our campaign right now, the hashtag is now or never. So that means this is your last chance to take advantage of amnesty. That then means if anyone does not take advantage of amnesty, they'll have to pay the whole amount, penalties, interest, fines, and the principal. So after this, we will enforce the whole amount that you're owing. So if you owe principal, penalties, interest, and fines, whether it's for an older period, whether it's for 2024, then we are going to enforce the whole amount. Yes, so that is part of our...
and
then also...
okay, then also...
okay, of course, to ensure people are complying, we will do more taxpayer education, one-on-ones, to ensure that people are aware of their obligations as taxpayers. We are already doing that, but we will keep enhancing it so that taxpayers are aware of their obligations.
Taxpayer education, do you think before the introduction of this program, there was enough information regarding paying taxes or filing returns? Or was it the reason why people never took it serious, lack of enough information?
I think we do quite a good job with taxpayer education, but we are taking feedback from taxpayers and finding out where we might have gaps, finding out if we have not reached out to everyone. So we are taking this as an opportunity to learn where we might have gaps.
Yeah.
But we have been educating taxpayers, we've been going to schools, we've been going to mashinani, we've been having business meeting with people like the ISPAC guys. So we have a whole division that deals with taxpayer education. Yes.
What about how do you plan on addressing concerns that tax amnesties might encourage, say, a culture of non-compliance among taxpayers expecting future amnesties?
So, like I've said, we said it's now or never. I think we have said it's now or never. So people take advantage right now because we won't have amnesty later, and we don't have waiver anymore. Waiver is not part of, it's not in the tax laws anymore. That means if you don't pay now, then we won't be able to, you won't be able to enjoy waivers or any amnesty. That then tells you that I don't think we will have that culture, because in any case, we're expecting more voluntary compliance going forward, because we are teaching people as we are giving them this amnesty. We are teaching them what is expected of them and what their obligations are.
So this was KRA extending an olive branch to Kenyans.
Yes, for cooperation and to also foster that trust. Yes.
And also enhance in revenue collection. Yeah, of course. And now, you know, the introduction of VAT, pre-populated return filing system, is a significant technological advancement so far.
As well as the simplified payee return that we have introduced.
Maybe you could talk a little bit about them and how has this system impacted the VAT compliance and revenue collection so far?
So with things like the pre-populated VAT return, so it's taking advantage of things like eTIM. So once you have everything coming in directly in real time, once you have your transactions, they're coming in real time, that means you won't have, because VAT is a monthly obligation, you won't have to sit down again and write down the all these transactions, invoicing, invoice out. So that really saves time on your side as a taxpayer. Also, the systems are free, so you're able to not add an extra business cost to install them. But also, so far, we are doing more campaigns on eTeams to try and get more people on board. And we are also teaching people also about the simplified payee return to help them file better and to be able, like, to just, again, part of our core values is also to make things simple. So we are trying to make things simple for the taxpayers so that voluntary compliance does not become a burden. It becomes a very easy process for the taxpayers.
What would you say within now this system, what would you say have been the challenges that you have encountered as KRA, especially when it comes to VAT pre-populated system, and how are they being addressed to enhance taxpayer experience?
So eTeams is quite a simple system so far, and more people are getting educated to be able to take advantage of that. But we are still working to get more people uptake the program. We are still working towards that. I think, let's say, it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Yes. But the progress so far has yielded positive results.
It's quite good, yes.
Yes. Have you engaged with stakeholders as KRA, such as you're talking about Kenya Association of Manufacturers, to address these concerns, especially when it comes to VAT refunds and other related issues?
So we have departments like taxpayer education and places like marketing that actually go out and meet with these people. So at this time, we are engaging people so that we get uptake and we get their feedback. So yes, we have been having meetings with these people.
Yes. looking into the future, are there long-term strategies that KRA has to ensure that there is enhanced tax compliance and maybe reduce the chances of having to reintroduce a tax amnesty?
Again.
Yes.
At the current, like you have actually, I think, mentioned, we have that pre-populated VAT return. We are trying to do a simplified payee return that is being introduced. We are so these are part of the long-term strategies to make the process easier, to make voluntary compliance easier for the taxpayers, and also just ensuring that we are enforcing the whole amount that is due if someone does not pay this time for amnesty, and also removing procedures like having the waiver then, so that way people do not have the opportunity to feel like in future then we'll just wake up and decide, like, because I think there is the notion that because we had it last year and we did it this year, then someone can just say, I won't file for 2024. I mean, they'll do it again. But this time it was just to address the challenges that we had in the previous amnesty and to enhance, to ensure more uptake. Yes.
Some people do complain about the system being crashing when they are trying to file returns, and sometimes Kenyans do sometimes run the last minute to file returns. So how would you address that? Because of course we'll have people who will file returns late.
We are trying to encourage, like part of the roadshow, we are trying to encourage a lot more people to file earlier, because you see, the more there are people in a system, you would expect then a system will perform a bit slower, but our systems are enhanced to work better. But the encouragement is to taxpayers to actually file their returns on time and not wait for last minute. Because then what happens if you don't have lights in your place? The system is working, but you don't have lights, or you don't have somewhere you can go and file your returns really quick. So the encouragement to taxpayers is to actually go and file right now, file their returns right now, apply for amnesty if you need to right now, pay your principal taxes right now. Like, just do it now before then it's too late, instead of waiting last minute and running with everyone. Yes, and we are helping people. Someone can come to our offices to help with the returns. They can call our numbers. They can go take advantage of this roadshow that is happening to go and have the help to file their returns. They can email us. They can talk to us on social media. We have so many channels to help taxpayers actually honor their obligations.
You know, there are people who may not have access even to come to your offices, or maybe they missed the roadshow, but they do not know, or they do not know how to do this, the filing of returns. What would you what advice would you give? How would you help them?
So we have KRA officers in Huduma centers, so I'm sure there is a Huduma center near someone. We also, someone can go to a cyber cafe and they're able to get their returns filed. You can watch a video on YouTube that will help you file your returns, like we'll explain. We have videos there to explain how to file your returns, especially for things like nil returns. It's a really quick process. So we are really trying to be able to be close to them wananchi, so that they are able to file their returns. We are close by. We have tax stations in almost every place in this country. So we are really doing an outreach to try and help as much as we can.
Yes. And finally, what feedback has KRA received from taxpayers so far regarding the amnesty program, and how is this going to influence future tax policies and obligations?
I think, first of all, the feedback is quite interesting. It's positive, there is good uptake, but also we are finding out there are people who are not aware, especially like we are saying when you go to the roadshows, you'll find there are people who are not aware of what amnesty was, and Kumbe KRA can do something really good for them and help just forgive their penalties and interest and fines. So we have received largely positive feedback, and a lot of people have taken advantage of it. That's why we have been able to collect that much, been able to collect over 14 billion. So we have received good feedback, but we are still encouraging more and more taxpayers to uptake amnesty because this is their last chance to benefit. And just to talk to your retired uncle at home who they retired, they figured, oh, I stopped making an income, so I don't need to file my returns.
Yeah.
Talk to them, they have a PIN, they need to file their returns. Talk to your mama mboga with a PIN. Talk to your auntie who went abroad like 10 years ago. They had a KRA PIN. They need to file their returns. In any case right now, because now they'll be filing, it's like nil returns for that period. They'll just file, and then they will be able actually to benefit from amnesty. And then, like, just we are encouraging taxpayers, more taxpayers to come forward, more taxpayers to talk to other people so that we all actually benefit. Any eligible taxpayer benefits. That's our call to all taxpayers. And if you have any reconciliation issues, that your ledger has reconciliation issues, if you have any disputes that you're undergoing, maybe a legal dispute that is undergoing, you take advantage of alternative dispute resolution, like you settle out of court, come pay, and then you take advantage of amnesty. Because if you don't, then after that is June 2025, you'll have to pay everything: principal, penalty, interest, and fines. Yes.
In its entirety? In its entirety. So everyone should take advantage of this?
Yes, everyone.
Thank you so much for making time to come and talk about this issue regarding taxes and the tax amnesty program that is going on. Well, indeed, that is Patricia Gitiri from Kenya Revenue Authority, Large and Medium Taxpayers Department, talking to us about the ongoing program, tax amnesty program, that is being carried out by Kenya Revenue Authority in conjunction with KBC. So take advantage of this and do the necessary. This is where this conversation ends.